I'm kind of in the middle. My dad was in the Marine Corps, and he was, stationed in Okinawa for quite a while, and he converted to Buddhism. So now I've been growing up in my house where my dad, he doesn't really go to church, and my mom's Christian, but my dad's Buddhist. So I kind of get the mix, and I'm kind of right in the middle. I go to church and I go to youth group, and I pray to God and all that, but then at the same time I meditate, because it really helps. It helps me find, that little place where I can figure everything out and not have to deal with everything around me. I was raised in a very, very open family. My mom, like I said, my mom is Christian, my dad is Buddhist, and we say every night when we eat dinner at the table, we say grace, and then we say a Buddhist prayer before we eat dinner every night. So I was raised that way. I was raised in the middle, and I wasn't spoon-fed like a lot of kids are, spoon-fed, like certain religions, like the straight Orthodox Catholics, people, that go to church and purgatory and really, really worry about their sins, and like very devout Christians. It's kind of scary, actually, that people put that much faith into a higher power. I mean, it's good to have someone to talk to that understands, that is always listening, but entrusting your entire life and all of your actions into this one higher being that a lot of people aren't even sure is real. My freshman year, which is last year, I'm a sophomore at Brighton High School, National Day of Silence, there were like I saw maybe 4 or 5 people that kind of did it, and I was really kind of interested, because, these just people sitting in class, sitting close to your friends that aren't talking at all for the entire day, and they have the whole spiel while they're not talking, and what they're doing this for written out on a piece of paper, and they're just passing it around the class. And I thought it was really cool, and I really wanted to do it this year when I missed it, because last year a lot of the kids were getting almost shut down for it at the high school, because they weren't allowed to wear the bandanas or the duct tapes. They were taking it for gang symbols, and then they were losing participation points, which was affecting their grades for not talking in class. So it was I think that's why it shut down, and it didn't really nobody did it this year. I did not see one person at my high school, and there's a lot of people at my high school. Now that I know, I would like to go and like to change that, and to at least go talk to the school board and try and figure out if we could do this, if we could work together so that, people could do this and not be almost discriminated against, to see if we could work with the teachers and the staff, just for a day, just to see if we could get anything to work out. Let me just put it this way. Jenny is probably one of the most well-loved people at our church. And, it's kind of surprising, because a lot of people, when they first meet Jenny, they're new to the church, they don't really know that she's lesbian, and it's kind of just when you find out, I kind of reproached myself for it, because I kind of looked at her in a different light, she just wasn't, normal, and then I kind of look back on the thought that I've known her for a year now, before that, and she's completely normal. She's a little different, but but in a good way. It's kind of fascinating how strong she is, and how motivated and determined she is, and when she gets something, when she wants something done, she definitely gets it done. And it's a motivation to me, because I'm not lesbian, gay, I'm straight, and it's kind of, her strength is kind of rubbed off on me almost. It's kind of driven me more to, to do what I want to do, to get done what I think is right, and what I should do to help people in our community. I think it's my duty to help people, to stand up for other people that aren't strong enough to stand up for themselves, to be able to make the change that they need, but they can't get themselves. I hope that for not just Brighton or my high school in general, or for my little brother, but for the whole world, that if everybody was a little bit more open to difference or change, we wouldn't have this problem. people, if everybody was just a little bit more open, if people took that step, you know, into the unknown, just, well, maybe I should get to know them. Everything would be amazing, but, you know, the world isn't perfect. So.
Not yet.
Not yet.